Hey friends, Suzanne here. Welcome to another Monday Makes video on my YouTube channel and blog. For today's project, I am featuring the Aspen tree dies and the amazing thanks dies. I have some blending brushes and I have a whole pile of inks. So let's jump right in and start ink blending. It is my favorite technique. So I'm starting off with Garden Green. I blend into Balmy Blue, and then I blend into Fresh Freesia, and then finally, just on the very top, Blackberry Bliss. You can't see Blackberry Bliss very much in the final project, but that's okay because I know it's there. So I am working on a non-porous surface. This is a laminated grid sheet that I have laminated myself. I find it easier to work on a non-porous surface when I ink blend. First of all, it allows me to daub off the ink and then pick it back up if I want to. And it also allows me to kind of check where that ink lives on my blending brush. The blending brushes are domed, and they are, sometimes there's more ink on the edges of the brush because that's how you daubed on the ink, I guess. So sometimes I like to just check and see what's going down. All right, so here's the Blackberry Bliss. Like I said, not very much of it showed up. I'm using my mini cut and emboss machine, and this is a shadow die. It's the Thanks shadow die, and I do have my adhesive sheets on the back. And so basically I made that a sticker. So I'm doing the same thing with the scripty word thanks die, running it through my mini cut and emboss machine. And then I have 2 leaves from the Aspen tree dies. So there's two leaves, and they have sort of a ridged surface, and they don't require, like, seriously don't require like stamping at all. So just letting you know that there is no stamping in this card design. It is very simple, but there's a lot of components. So this is the Aspen tree die. I cut this in my big die cutting machine off screen just because it's not as handy as the mini to pull in to share with you what's on my desk. And then, so these Aspen tree dies, they have sort of like a slight impression in them. And I'm just going over with my smoky slate light blends marker, and I'm just sort of marking on where those little, you know how these trees, they have the little gray spots in it. So they're actually embossed into that paper. So I was easily able, when I tilted it in light, to see where those markings were. So then I just colored them with a blends marker. And now I'm just going over the edges just a touch with a smoky slate dauber. All right, here I'm blending on some ink, and you guys know that like green and purple don't really mix well together. They kind of go browny, and that's okay, because this leaf is going through the color change anyway. And I started off with Mango Melody, I think, maybe Crush Curry. And so I have the yellow already. So all I need to do is sponge on some of the autumn colors like Garden Green, a little bit of the Cajun Craze. And I mean, Cajun Craze is like the very perfect color for fall. I don't use it very much any other time. And then here comes Real Red, and that just brings to life those leaves. And like I said, I didn't have to do any stamping whatsoever, just a little bit of daubing with the ink colors, and there you go. So this is the scripty thanks die cut, and I'm removing the release paper and adhering it to the thanks shadow die cut. Am I saying that right? So I'm basically made a sticker of the black scripty and I'm sticking it to its shadow. And then I will eventually put the shadow on my card. So they both are made of stickers. I made stickers out of them using our adhesive sheets. And if you haven't got the adhesive sheets, my goodness, folks, it is worth its weight in gold. So much better than daubing wet glue all over a thin die cut like that. Crazy. All right, so now I'm adhering my Aspen dies to my blended background. And then I'm going to add just regular adhesive to the back and add it to a smoky slate card base. Just opening up the card to give that a good press, and it's ready to go. So just having the thanks there would be perfect, but of course it's autumn, so it is time to bring out those beautiful autumn colors. So here I'm just working on a placement. That looks good, but I think I like it off to the side so that I can see more of my background. And I could have just used 3 small ones, but I chose 1 big one and 1 small one. So I did remove the release paper from that thanks, and now I'm just tapping the thanks onto my big leaf. That's where I want it. And then trying to figure out where this small leaf goes. And I wanted to remind you that you can see all the supplies I used today listed below in the video See More section or the supply section of my blog. And those fast links are going to take you to my Canadian online store, where I would love the chance to meet you and earn your business. And if you're watching me from another country and can't be my customer, I would love for you to subscribe to my channel. I'm trying to get to 20 grand, 20K. So please subscribe. I appreciate it. So that is my card for today. Thank you so much for watching, and bye for now.